Guys, we're going to read Hound Dog True chapter 22. Here we go. It is raspberry, Maddie's popsicle. Mama got it at Biggie's Mini Mart on the way home from the hospital. Uncle Potluck had said they should go on with the corn feast, and Mama needed a few things for supper and had asked Maddie if there was anything she wanted. For Uncle Potluck to be okay, and me to be a custodial apprentice, and Quincy Sweet to disappear off the face of the earth, Maddie thought. Popsicles, she said. Maddie's popsicle is the kind with two sticks, the kind you can break in half and share with somebody else. But Uncle Potluck is hat down asleep in the back seat now, and Mama says no thanks. So all the way home, Maddie sucks on her two-handled popsicle, wonders what it would be like to be brave. You're dripping, Mama says. Maddie grabs a tissue from the glove box. Sorry, she says to the car seat. There is popsicle juice on her fingers, and she wipes that too. But the raspberry color stays on. Is there something you want to talk about? There is not. Mama turns the car up the long gravel drive, and Maddie keeps her eyes on Crystal Sweet's house, watching the windows, watching the curtains, watching all the way up the driveway. Nobody peeks through the window. Looks like somebody's been waiting for you, says Mama. Up on the rise in the shade of the apple tree, Quincy Sweet is sitting at the rock, drawing. Her bag papers are spread out, her toolbox is open, like the rock is hers, like she is taking over. Maddie drops her popsicle sticks in the grocery bag, pushes the car door wide. Want to bring Quincy a popsicle? Asks Mama, but Maddie pretends she does not hear. She will be brave. She will be brave, and she will tell Quincy that rock is hers. She will tell Quincy Sweet to move. Through the grass and around the garden and past the stone rabbit. This is my place. In her head, her voice is strong. This is my place. Up the rise and past the friend tent to the rock ledge where Quincy had taken up every bit of room with her papers and her pastels and her wide open toolbox. This is my place. You are in my place, Maddie says, comes out so loud it surprises her. Quincy looks up, squints. Maddie squints back. Move, she thinks to say. But she doesn't need to say it. Quincy is already stacking her paper, sliding her toolbox over to the far side of the rock. That enough room? Quincy asks. You going to write some stories? Maddie feels whatever brave she had sliding out the bottom of her shoes. Yeah, I guess, maybe. Down at the house, Mama is calling. Quincy, you want a popsicle? Quincy stands. Sure, she calls back. You want one? She asks Maddie. Quincy is plunky calm as ever, like sucking frozen juice. No, says Maddie, I'm fine. And Maddie is fine. She tells herself so. She is fine. Maybe not brave and maybe not mountaintoppy, but fine. And she stays fine until Quincy comes back up the hill, popsicle in hand, Maddie's notebook in the other. Your mom gave me this to bring to you. Quincy drops the notebook to the rock where it falls open. A breeze pushes the pages over, one after another. Maddie sees her words. Wipe clean, hazard, couldn't, alone, mow. There's a crashing sound in Maddie's ears. Crashing like Uncle Potluck, crashing, falling. Alone, dark, mow. Quincy puts her hand down on a page, looks at what's there, pretends Maddie thinks like she has not read it before. How come you wrote Mo all sad like that? Quincy asks. How come you read my notebook? Maddie wants to say. But those are not the words that come. Because it is true. It is not true. A button isn't scared in real life. It's plastic. It doesn't have feelings. Maddie wants to say, I know. She wants to say, I know. And I have to go now. And goodbye. But she says none of those things. And she does not leave. Quincy bites on the top of her popsicle. I mean, you made it up. You made Mo feel all scared. How come he's not fighting monsters or having adventures or something? You should write that. Plunk, plunk, plunk. It'd be better. Quincy keeps talking, keeps plunking out about how if she were a writer, that's what she'd do. She'd write Mo a big, brave adventure. Maddie watches Quincy scrape the last lump of popsicle off its stick. But I'm not a writer. I'm an artist. Plunk. Draw it then, thinks Maddie, and the words come out. Draw it then. I can't, says Quincy. I only draw real stuff. She sounds less plunky, disappointed maybe. I have to see it to draw it. You could try, says Maddie. So could you. I know. I have to go now. Goodbye. Maddie sees the empty popsicle sticks in Quincy's hand. Okay, she says. Okay. Maddie nods, opens her notebook to the doorknob page, flips it. Okay. Quincy opens her toolbox, pinches out a pencil. She kneels on the grass, stacking her pages on her lap. She looks all crunched up like a ball of trash paper. You can put your papers up here. There's room for both of us, says Maddie. Yeah? Yeah. Quincy sets her pages on the rock. Mo having adventures, fighting the monsters. How do you start a story like that? And we will see you in a little bit for chapter 23.